Rockstar just accidentally confirmed Grand Theft Auto 6 will be the single largest game launch in history, and then immediately tried to scrub the evidence from the internet. But the real story isn't just what they said, it's why they tried to hide it. This slip-up is our first piece of hard evidence in a case that points to one conclusion. A major delay is almost certainly on the horizon, and we now have a much clearer picture of the true scale of this release. Alright, let's open the case file. For years, the conversation around GTA 6 has been pure speculation. We all assumed it would be the biggest thing ever, but that was just community hype. Rockstar, masters of secrecy, have played their cards incredibly close to the chest, giving us nothing but 2 cinematic trailers. The community has been desperate for concrete details. When is it actually coming out? Will PC players be left waiting for years again? How big will this game even be? Every fan theory and insider comment has been built on a foundation of whispers. We've had no official confirmation on the sheer scale of their ambition, and no real clues about their release strategy beyond a vague 2025, which then became fall 2025 and has now slipped to a shaky May 2026. This lack of hard information is the reason why people were watching, waiting for any crack in Rockstar's armor. And last week, we finally got one. The case blew wide open with 3 key pieces of evidence that have surfaced. First, the smoking gun. A job listing for a lead software engineer was posted on Rockstar's website. In the description, it stated the candidate would be supporting what will be the largest game launch in history, ensuring it scales to deliver an exceptional experience for millions of players worldwide. After a few days of this quote spreading like wildfire online, Rockstar went back and quietly deleted that entire paragraph. But the internet never forgets, and archived versions prove what they said. Second, the evidence points to a PC port paradox. We all know a PC version is coming, but Rockstar's tradition is to delay it by a year or more to double dip on sales. However, Rockstar recently made an unprecedented move by acquiring CFX.re, the team behind the massive PC modding frameworks 5M and RedM, and announcing a partnership with the no-pixel role-playing community. They are actively embracing the PC-only scene that has kept GTA Online thriving. And third, ominous the signs of a delay. Despite a supposed May 2026 release, just 8 months away, Rockstar has not opened pre-orders. They haven't announced any collector's editions, and most importantly, we have 0 raw gameplay footage. Trusted industry insiders are now reporting that internal chatter points to a delay to late 2026, likely September or October. So we have the evidence: a deleted quote, a strategic contradiction, and suspicious silence. This isn't just random news. These pieces connect to paint a very clear picture. Let's break it down. Why would Rockstar post something so bold and then delete it? This wasn't a mistake. It was a calculated removal. This move has nothing to do with hiding information from us, the players, and everything to do with managing investor expectations for their parent company, Take-Two Interactive. By calling it the largest game launch in history, they set an impossibly high bar. If they only sell 30 million copies in the first week instead of 40 million, their stock could take a hit because they didn't meet that self-imposed monumental expectation. Deleting the phrase is corporate damage control. It's about controlling the financial narrative. But for us, the player impact is incredibly positive. The job listing was to ensure the game scales to deliver an exceptional experience for millions. This tells us they are pouring immense resources into avoiding a disastrous online launch like so many other AAA games. They know that with analysts predicting a nearly $3 billion economic impact from this game, a broken launch day is not an option. They are preparing for a player count that could break the internet, and this leak confirms they are taking that threat seriously. This isn't just a game launch, it's a global infrastructure project. The PC port situation is where the plot really thickens. Historically, delaying the PC release is a no-brainer for Rockstar. They force their most dedicated PC fans to buy a console and a copy of the game at launch, only to sell them a second, better-looking copy a year later. It's pure profit. But things have changed. Their official partnership with the NoPixel and CFX.re teams is a public acknowledgement that the PC role-playing and modding community is a cornerstone of GTA's longevity. Now, Imagine the backlash if they embrace that community with one hand and then slap them with a 2-year delay with the other. It would be a PR nightmare. This puts Rockstar in a strategic bind. The player impact is a cloud of uncertainty for a massive part of their audience. Do you spend $500 on a console you might not otherwise want? I predict we're going to see a compromise. A full 1 to 2 year delay feels untenable now. It's more likely we'll see a shorter 6-month delay. This allows them to still capture some of that double dip revenue while not completely alienating the PC community they've finally decided to officially support. This could be a pivotal moment that changes Rockstar's release cadence forever. Finally, let's look at the delay. A game of this magnitude does not launch in 8 months with zero marketing. Compare this to Red Dead Redemption 2's rollout. By this point, we had gameplay deep dives and pre-orders were live. The silence from Rockstar is the most compelling evidence we have. Take-Two's CEO has talked about shorter marketing cycles, but this is Grand Theft Auto 6. The media blitz for this game will be an event in itself. The fact that it hasn't started yet strongly suggests their internal timeline no longer aligns with a May 2026 release. For the player, a delay is honestly the best possible news. A rushed release would be a disaster. The extra time, pushing the release to a more traditional Rockstar window of September or October 2026, allows for crucial polishing and optimization. This also connects to the file size rumors. To get a game of this scale under the 200 GB limit for a 2-disc physical release, they'll need every second of optimization time they can get. A delay isn't a sign of development hell. In this case, it's a sign of quality control. They are choosing to protect their reputation and the player's day one experience over sticking to a date that is clearly no longer realistic. So the evidence is on the table. Rockstar is bracing for a record-shattering launch. They're caught between making a profit and supporting their PC fans, and all the signs point towards them taking the extra time to get it right. This brings us to the big question about the PC release. Rockstar is clearly walking a tightrope between the guaranteed money from a long delay and the goodwill from supporting the massive PC community they've finally embraced. So I want to know your take. What is the perfect compromise? How long of a delay for the PC version would you personally accept before it feels disrespectful to PC players? Let me know your verdict in the comments below. And if you appreciate this kind of deep dive analysis that goes beyond the headlines, subscribe for the next case file.